Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara is really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden. Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Haros.
I know that, but our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay? No way! All right.
Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her. Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
This is a true masterpiece, no less than culinary art.
think Hurl senses something.
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There are Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
Yes.
What?
I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell.
Huh?
Phew. Good.
Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right?
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery, The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
You're finished!
Try
this!
By the power of water,
You're mine!
these ones can run rings around us!
Here I come!
Reload!
Crush! This one's all mine! Burn in hell!
Begin! Take this! No
Too
further!
fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up.
Here goes! Not in your dreams!
Now you see what I can do! Position, precision, timing. All a perfect 10.
That's it? Nothing else to add?
You take meticulous care of your fire.
Radiant storm! Radiant here!
Castle!
Ready to go! Do it! Shion! Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
Only the best materials in your garments.
You really... I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide. On our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms.
What?
What's that noise?
Alfred, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is... transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance, too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsef, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganath Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelagian seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on, we don't have much time.
Where are these Forland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there. This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Far enough! I'll take you all on!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Let's get you all tucked away.
Be still!
Corruption!
The flame inside
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Free!
Yeah, and pummeling to me!
Swallow blade! Sword lane alpha!
Now!
Excellent technique.
How are your weapons holding up?
That's not to give me any idea.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope there was a plea.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look
Full
buster.
armor! Resonate with...
Destruction!
Still up!
Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
This will be a delicious piece of cake. Here goes! This one's mine! Holy land! Don't mind if I
Bet
do!
that shell's hiding something tasty.
Head to the center!
All back in their defense! Begin!
Glad you have your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Was that a new skill I saw back there?
Indeed. Well, sort of. Actually, it's a family staple harkening back 8 generations.
Maybe you could...
Let's see what you've got.
Swallow blade!
Into the shadow!
Take the
Destruction! If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Swallow blade!
Red
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Excellent technique.
How are your weapons holding up?
That's not to give me any
You
idea.
fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Do it!
Lane alpha! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
To achieve such harmony.
Takes a singular will.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
I'll heal you! Illuminate the past! Come forth! Holy
Flaming
Kimetsu!
thrust!
Holy land!
When you're dead.
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with the thorns.
Shield.
I shall ensure you survive this.
No complaints here!
Reload! Lightning away! By the power of complete focus! Lightning orb! Glacial spear! Here you go!
Be still!
I'm on fire!
Leave the charge to me.
Where are you going?
No further! Burn in hell!
Lunar corruption!
Be still!
Annihilate! Not in your dream!
Here, thanks! Mirage! Make it!
Now it's my turn!
Curse! Swallow blade! Take this!
Resonate with the earth!
No escape! Hold nothing back! Thanks! Infernal Torrent! New escape! Down to ready to go! Mirage!
Raging storm! What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
These bad guys really don't mess around.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danon master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danon master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No...
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renan cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me. But my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelagian?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
Hi, Hoodle! Hear my call!
Begin!
Split!
I can carve through armor!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
The flame inside me cures!
Aren't even natural?
Not today!
Freeze Lancer!
I owe you one.
This one's mine!
Try this!
You're really strong, Alvin!
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Stay still!
I'm ready! Try this!
Reassuring to have you around.
As impressive as always.
Too fast!
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegus as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Del Faris. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renins had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. Let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
No choice! Swallow blade! Come with the flame inside me! Yours to be let free! Ignite! Onward!
Can't get out of this!
Is that statue only getting started? Now I've seen everything!
Blinded deity! Why can't they just sit still?
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
I'm ready!
Firma!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
Start up!
Back into the
Go
fray!
on!
Annihilation!
Armor won't save you!
In here!
Leave the charges to me!
I'm ready! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That extra training paid off.
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers...
They're surrounding us!
On
In
your
the
slide!
wind! In here!
Infernal torrent!
Take this!
Resonate with the earth! Far enough!
Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal! Sword rain out! Got fires!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle
Be
it!
still! All yours! Mirage! Listen!
Lightning! Downfall!
You picked the wrong fight!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummeling to me! Do it! Not on my watch! Mega Red! Do it! Illuminate the sun! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Shattering of defense! You're mine! I'll thrash you! I can shatter
In a
any
bind?
steel! Crush! Slash!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Here I come!
Your blade moves like silk. That's
Leave
just
the
what my
enemy's arms
instincts
to me.
do. How fascinating.
No
As
complaints here!
impressive as always.
Here I hope there was improvement.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Shion actually look flustered.
Eat dirt!
Step back. This one's all law.
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all along. Go no further!
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
On you! Be still! You're on!
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done! Pierce evil!
Negative state.
Hold on.
The enemy wields art's truth.
We'll
As
soon
impressive
see
as
about
always.
that.
Here I hope there was improvement.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Shion actually look flustered.
Here I come! It's over!
This one's mine! Where are you going? Photon flash! More with I can handle it! Do it!
Still!
Elusive deity.
Hydration orb!
A victory for the ages.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
Out of our way!
Armor won't... Damn it!
Simeon Cat. I shall feel
You
you
are in
again.
tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl
In a
ever say
bind?
no?
As impressive as always.
Here I hope there was improvement.
No, I mean, you're...
In an instant! Impact block!
Don't get complacent.
Right, here goes!
Illuminate the dark!
Try this! Infernal turret! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Your wings won't save you from me! It's in the sky, it's mine! Raging cascade! Arc field!
Okay, here I go!
Confiscated! Mega ray! Now! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done! Here's the evil!
Negative
Lightning
state.
thrust!
Resonate
You're
with the
on!
earth.
Barely a blip on our radar.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose anyway?
Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegis?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renaissance, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Halim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegis may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell, are you
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegis along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelagian.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the 2 of them have in common is that they're both Renins.
Okay, you 2. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
Courteous, aren't you? I shall ensure you survive this!
On your knees. Lightning thrust!
Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade!
Glacial spear! Pierce the evil! Illuminate the dark!
Take this! Those are impressive skills.
They took a lifetime to master.
But I'll have to keep training.
Be still!
Illuminate the come forth, holy glimmer!
This could be useful.
Go no further!
Take this!
Cider, you're mine!
Destruction!
Tempest
I'll face you! Elusive! Infernal current! Tornado drive!
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them!
All in a day's work.
This'll be a delicious piece of cake!
Shattering pieces!
You're mine!
Hold on to your arms! Here I come! Don't mind if I do! Reload!
You picked the wrong fight! We've turned the tables on.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. You're on!
This one's mine. This is it.
Be still!
I drift into the dance of the wind!
Do it.
Position, precision, timing. All a perfect 10.
That's it? Nothing else to add?
You take meticulous care of your firearm. Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
Law,
Yeah, we're getting close.
Come one, come all! No further! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
In the sky is mine.
Got fire!
I've got this. Reinforcement.
All yours! Sword Rain Alpha! Lightning thrust! You're mine!
here's
Here I come!
Not
It's over! Dazzle!
Holy glimmer!
Let the
You're
monster
on!
handle this. That was almost too easy.
No enemy can stand against us!
If only every battle went so well.
Damn it!
Little help!
Resonate with the earth!
Not in your dreams!
I can carve through!
I'm only getting started.
Shiny Supernova!
Not a chance!
Blinded freaks! What if they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Destruction!
Shiny Supernova! Lightning descends! Thunderblade!
Far enough.
Illuminate the dark!
I never miss.
Holy glimmer! Holy land!
Let's refrain from losing.
Hi, Hoodle!
Here's evil.
Swallow blade!
Dance in the wind! Air
Infernal torrent!
Illuminate the dark!
Swallow blade!
Holy here!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Begin!
Crush!
Spread! Don't mind if I do! Hear me!
Dazzle!
Burning!
Yoda! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
A victory for the ages.
Gotta break through! Burn in hell!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Swallow blade!
Glacial spear. Here's evil.
You!
Thunderblade! I can do this all day!
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Prepare to be
No
sealed.
time to hold back.
Let the marksman handle this.
Sound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing. I'm ready. Denied. Do it.
Can you take it?
Illumine astral energy!
Say no more.
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
We made it to Cyslodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah, I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Rinwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back, as soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Heros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem with sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cyslodia's probably in good...
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it.
It's freezing.
It's always like this in Cyslodia.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I shall ensure you survive this.
Today! We've turned the tables on them.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
This'll be a delicious piece of cake!
Portal blade! Try this! And a turret!
Air thrust!
We're in good form.
Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Harrows should be in good hands.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than some...
Wait, do you?
My brother's old second-in-command, Legil, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.
Tired Hoodle.
You sure he's not just trying to hide from us?
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Well, if it ain't the Blazing Sword and his merry crew.
Mahavar? I can't believe you're still alive.
Course I am. If you landlubbers can make it out of that sinking ship alive, ain't no reason an old sea dog like me wouldn't too.
Yeah, but that wave hit hard. I'm glad to see you're okay. Sorry we put you in so much danger back there.
All water under the bridge at this point. You helped make one of my life's dreams come true. The ship, on the other hand, she took a bit of a beating, though, I'll admit.
Really? What happened to it? It looks fine to me on the outside.
She's fine now, but she was in rough shape when I made it back here. Engine chamber gave up the ghost. Without a lot of options, I decided to talk to the head honcho of the Dark Wings and see if he could help at all. And wouldn't you know it, Crazy Fool sent over Renan engineers to help. Can you believe it?
Renan?
Yep. Said they came from Menancia. They were real professionals. Did what they needed to and didn't give me guff or anything. I was damn near floored.
So they did the work themselves. Good on them.
Well, they did a bang-up job, because she's better than ever now. Speaking of which, I take it she's why you're here?
Yes. We need to get out on the ocean, and fast. When can we set sail?
Give the man a minute to think it over, Alphen. He hasn't even said yes yet.
It's all right, little lady. I'm a man of the sea. I'll gladly help. Hop aboard, folks.